In the past week, we saw a total of 8.3 million shares valued at over 63 million pula exchanging hands. The gainers for the week include Wilderness Safaris and First National Bank of Botswana. Barclays Bank was the only loser for the week, down 0.4%, and the DCI edged up over the last week. Joining us now for more on the markets in Botswana is Pula Isaacs. He's a portfolio manager of local equities at Botswana Insurance Fund Management. Pula, thank you so much for making the time to join us. Of course, we've just painted a brief picture there of some of the activities that took place on the bourse. What are the key highlights for you?
I think the biggest highlight for the past week was the gain of 4.5% by Wilderness Safaris and 2.4% by First National Bank of Botswana. And I mean, the only loser during that week on the board was Barclays Bank, which was down about 0.4% to close the week at 6.52. The market was slightly up to 8711.53 points.
It seems as if the banking stocks are on a good run, with the acceptance of that performance there by Barclays, down 0.4%. What would you attribute that to?
I think Barclays has been on a steady decline in the recent past, and this was really on thin volumes. The other issue that I could attribute that to is the lack of a substantive CEO for the bank I think for the past about 18 months or more. But of course that has now changed because the bank has recently appointed a new CEO. But what could have also contributed to that kind of performance were the results for the half year ended June 2013, which were not as impressive as those of FNB, for example.
Pula, I want to quickly, for us to quickly look at Cefalan. I mean, that share price has had a significant jump, 93%, if we look at those results running from January to September. What's happening here? Why are we seeing such astronomical performance? And most importantly, is it sustainable?
Yes, Cefalan is one of the companies that performed remarkably well for the year to date. And as you've rightly pointed, its share price went up by about 93% between January and September 2013. We believe that this was mainly because we saw an improvement in prospects as well as trading conditions in some of the company's operating segments. For example, when you look at the manufacturing segment, it got awarded some tenders for the supply of Sabana, which is a food item that is normally distributed in government hospitals and clinics.
Of course, quickly, just before I let you go, I wanted us to also just have a little bit of insight into Letshego Holdings. We also saw profits up there 9%, but most importantly, we're seeing a smaller contribution from Botswana. Would you say that their diversification strategy is working?
I would definitely say that the diversification strategy of Letshego, which includes expanding into other African markets, is really bearing fruit. But the contribution from Botswana has gone down to about 42%, and that's a very positive sign. And like I said, it shows that the diversification strategy is working well for the group. I think one important thing that is worthy of note with the Botswana market is that the company has sort of plateaued in terms of growth, and that is why they were looking at avenues to grow into other markets, and that's the only way that they will be able to rapidly grow their loan book.
Pula, thank you so much for that insight. Of course, we are speaking to Pula Isaacs. He's a portfolio manager of local equities at Botswana Insurance Fund Management.